Welcome back, Wild Soul. This is the Persephone path, and today we are arriving at the fourth gate. So, this is where the past clings and the crown calls, and the woman in between must choose what kind of queen she's willing to become. So, this is the episode about the split and the crown, the moment where the daughter steps into sovereignty and feels the ache of what she must leave behind to do so. We have all experienced this. I'm sure if you're listening, you are very much feeling this. When we know, and I'm not saying this happens overnight, but this is when we understand that we are breaking the bonds of the past and we are not going to perpetuate, that we were born for this, that we were born to move beyond the crises and the trauma of the mothers before us. So Persephone lives in two worlds. So above, she is the daughter, and below, the queen. So each a half of the year, give or take, right? And she moves between them. One foot in the innocence as the mother's daughter, and one foot in initiation as the underworld queen. So what happens when the split is no longer seasonal, but internal? So what I'm talking about here is the transitional stage or state before a woman has fully embodied her personal power and reclaimed her worthiness and chooses to be the woman who wears the crown. When she is still, the split is when she's not quite ready and trusting of her own strength to actually become the mature one. So when we try to stay loyal to who we were, even as we're becoming someone new, this is the state I am talking about. And this can go on for decades. So this is the tension I see in many women. As crazy as it sounds, many people cling to loyalty to the patterns of the family, to the mother or the parent, and the stories that one was raised in. Many people subconsciously or unconsciously don't want to threaten the identity of the ones that they come from, the mother or the father, by evolving beyond that in themselves. So stepping into your sovereignty can feel like betrayal. We see this pattern repeating here again. But you can't become the queen without first meeting the guilt and the need that remains to hold on to this. So psychologically, this is the moment of individuation, the spark of individuation, waking one up, where we separate from the inherited identities and we have the choice to claim an inner authority. But when the feminine has been conditioned to find belonging at all cost, separation feels like abandonment. And so we say things like, I don't want to outshine her. I don't want to hurt her feelings. I don't want to intimidate her. I don't want her to feel bad in my success. I don't want to be the one who leaves anyone behind. So we dim and we defer and we delay, or we lay down the crown for another day. But the queen will not wait forever. She does not beg to be claimed, right? She stands back straight, heart open, and asks, will you claim what is already yours? Will you be it? So much of this split experience begins in the eyes of the mother's gaze. When we were trained to stay safe in her reflection, to stay small enough to be lovable, to stay close enough to be approved of. And when she couldn't meet us in our wholeness, in our brilliance, in our anger, our sensuality, our truth, we learned to fracture. And this does not always come from the mother's behavior. It can come from the mother's absence, that something happened in life to actually remove her from our life. So we become cut off, and we cut off the parts that she couldn't hold to become the version of ourselves that she could accept. It's a survival, not a betrayal. But it cannot be the destiny, right? It's not sustainable because it is suffering. And because the longer you orbit the mother's gaze, asking for permission, the longer you delay your own life. So let's be clear about this. Stepping into sovereignty it's not a rebellion against our mother. It's a return to yourself. And it's a gift to all mothers and daughters and sisters and grandmothers, right? You don't need to dishonor where you came from to become who you are. You simply need to stop waiting for permission to evolve. And when you wear the crown, you don't abandon her. You show her what's possible. And if she cannot follow, you still bless her from your throne. This is how we break the generational wound, not through blame or rejection, but through boundaries, discernment, and reclamation. This is the holy discernment. You become the woman she could not model. And in doing so, you heal forward and backward in time. And in the birth chart, often I see this through Moon-Pluto dynamics. There's a push and a pull between emotional belonging and soul evolution. And the moon often says, stay close, keep me safe. And Pluto says, descend, transform, burn it all if you must, or hold on forever and suffer. The nodes echo this too, especially the South Node, especially if it's in Cancer or the fourth house. It's a karmic tie to the family field and a lifetime of being the good daughter. But the North Node, wherever you have it, always beckons. It's time. It's time to grow beyond the identity that told you what lovable was. Time to be loved for your truth, not your permission. And we know with sovereignty comes responsibility to your soul. The crown isn't just a symbol of power. It's the weight of alignment. It's the reflection of presence in the now, where it is the most important. And when wearing a crown, you become ever present of where and who you are in all moments. You can't just fling yourself about when wearing a crown, right? We can't do cartwheels. And so there is discernment around your actions and choices, and the choice to hold your truth, even when others call you selfish. You will be misunderstood and misnamed, and maybe told that you've changed or you're crazy to want what you want. But it is because you have changed, and you are not meant to be understood. You are meant to be living as the woman you actually are. And this is what it means to be crowned, that you know your place. Let's embody it for a minute. Let's close eyes, breathe, feel feet on the ground, feel your hips, your spine, your shoulders, and let's slowly imagine a weight arriving at the top of your head, not heavy with burden, but dense with clarity and purpose. A golden crown forged from every moment you've survived, every truth you've spoken, every mask you've taken off. Feel it settle in. Let it root into your bones, this pressure that you choose to hold, this integrity of personal power. I accept my sovereignty. When I choose myself, I choose love. I am safe to rise. It is why I am here. Let's breathe. And we can feel the split begin to mend. So to the woman who still feels the pull of the past, know this. You do not have to cut the cord to the mother to wear the crown. You simply have to choose yourself within that bond.